Hello all, welcome to yet another video. And today we move on to another chapter of grade 9. As you can see this beautiful scenery. I'm sure you can see the beautiful rain going on, the breeze. I'm sure you can feel it. What you would like to do when it rains? Let this question be when we begin the chapter. When there's a beautiful breeze, when you get the first rain shots, what do? Yeah, many of you might love to walk in the rain or play in the rain, or many of you might even think about having nice hot tea with pakoras. So let's directly move on. We move on to this particular chapter, Rain on the Roof. Rain on the Roof is a poetry from grade 9 Beehive textbook. Rain on the Roof poem is written by Kinney. Kinney was an American lawyer, politician, journalist, and poet. He was basically born in New York and later educated in Antioch, etc. From June 1861 until November 1865, he was a paymaster in U.S. Army, and later on he has written so many poetry. You can see so many collections over here, and most of his works were something related to nature or not. Okay, now let's look into the poetic devices of the first stanza. As you can see over here, as you can see over here, the first one is alliteration. You all know what is alliteration. Alliteration is when the initial consonant sound is repeated. I hope by now everybody know what is a vowel and consonants. Vowels are A, E, I, O, U. All the other letter sounds are called consonants. For example, B in B, K in C, D in D. All other sounds other than A, E, I, O, U are called consonants. So now when these initial consonant sounds are repeated, it's called alliteration. So here you can see the word humid. Okay, her and hover, her. Her sound is repeated. That's an example of alliteration. Another one is press, per, pillow, per. That per sound is repeated in alliteration. So I hope that is clear. Second one is onomatopoeia, where the sound words are being produced. For example, you can see when the rain fall on the roof, what sound is produced? The sound produces basically pattern. Personification is basically when a non-living thing is being treated as a living thing. For example, here you can see darkness is being said as melancholy. How can darkness be sad? Never can be sad. Only human beings can be sad. So when these human beings quality is being given to non-living thing, it's called personification. The last one is transferred epithet. This might be a new poetry device for grade 9 students. The rest three, all of you know. Transferred epithet is basically the use of an adjective with a noun when it refers to another adjective. Okay, let's take an example over here. The use of an adjective with a noun when it refers to another noun. In melancholy darkness, the darkness is not melancholy, already we told, but it refers to the people who are sad. Okay, so as I told you, darkness is an object, and this non-living thing is being given a particular adjective called melancholy. That's why it's called the personification. Okay, so basically melancholy is basically what? Melancholy is an adjective. Everybody knows it's an adjective, and it is darkness is also a noun. So basically melancholy is referring to what? Melancholy is not referring to darkness, but melancholy is referring to what? Melancholy is not referring to this particular noun, but melancholy is referring to another noun. What noun is that? It's about the people who is sad. It's not the darkness noun, but it's referring to the people. So when the adjective is referring to not the noun, the next one, but it's referring to totally different noun, then it's basically called transferred epithet. Means transferring this adjective to a different noun is called transferred epithet. I hope it is clear. Now we'll move on to the second stanza. Stanza number 2. Every twinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and a thousand dreamy fancies into busy being start, and a thousand recollections weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So here they're speaking every tinkle on the shingles. Again, tinkle is a sound word, just like ringing sound. When it falls on the shingles, I don't know whether you're familiar with the word shingle. Shingle means basically the wooden tiles which you put on the roof. We know there's a roof. On the roof nowadays you can see they put on some tiles. That's called shingles. So when this rainfall falls on the shingle, that's a sound produced. So when our poet listens to this particular sound, he feels there's an echo, like it's repeating it in the heart, not anywhere but in the heart, and a thousand dreamy fancies comes in, and he is a person who dreams a lot, so all the dreams are coming up into his mind, all the dreams what he sees, his ambition, his goal, all that one by one is coming to his mind when he listens to the sound of the rain. He also thinks about the busy being start basically meaning people are quite busy nowadays. Thinking about tomorrow. Oh my God, I have to get up. I have to go to office. I have to go to college. I have to go to school. So next day is going to be a very busy day. So he's thinking about his future. That is about 1,000 dreams. He's thinking about the present tense. Oh my God, I have to go to work. And also he's thinking about the past. How can he say the word past? And the thousand recollections. What do you mean recollecting? He's recollecting his past. Okay, weave their air threads into woof. You might have seen air threads, just like the woolen thread. And with this woolen thread and all, when you wear these jacket and all, it's like one thread on the other and the other thread and the thread. It's like one after the other, and they move into like just like from the woof. Woof is basically, that roll, no woolen thread roll, like that. So just like that, they are weaving the air thread. And what are these air threads simply symbolizing? The thousand dreams, which is the future, busy being start is the present, and the past memories. So as he listens to the patter sound of the rain, he thinks about his past, present, future, everything. Okay, that's about the second stanza. In second stanza, the poetic device we can see is one alliteration, as we already said. What is alliteration? As you can see over here, busy being, the b sound is repeated. B is a consonant and it's the initial sound of the word b, busy, b, being. That's called alliteration. Again, we have rain, roof. Another example from the last line, r sound is repeated. Then we have onomatopoeia. We already told about the word tinkle, and then we also have the tinkle word only over here. And yeah, obviously we have the patter word. Then also, as I said, dreamy fancies. Okay, dreamy fancies is again speaking about the who's dreamy. It is not the fancy, it is dreamy. But then, what do you mean by fancy? Fancy means all these kind of what do you say? Fancies are the kind of people who are dreams. So over here, they're speaking about who the people. It's not about the dreamy. The fancy is dreamy. No, but who is dreamy? The dreamy is basically again the people who are dreaming. So again, it has been transferred epithet. It's called a transferred epithet because fancy means what people are quite fanciful and all we say, they're quite dreamy and all. So this dreamy is not referring to the word fancy, but dreamy is a word, as I said, it's transferring to another person. That's basically a people. That's basically called this. So I hope this stanza is clear. We'll move on to the next stanza. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So here the poet is speaking about now in memory who comes in, the memories of the mother. As she used in years agone, years back, all the memories with her. It's gone along with her because the mother is dead. So those memories are coming in again and again. To regard the darling dreamers. Now look over here. Who are the dreamers? Obviously, we know one is the poet. Along with it, who can be the other dreamers? They can be the poet's siblings. So mother used to allow them to dream. Okay, so basically, when you think your friend or somebody should be creative, we need to create that environment, right? The same way, mother used to let them sleep for a longer time to dream more. Okay, so mother used to regard, used to love the darling dreamers, the poet and the other siblings. Ere she left them till the dawn. Now, ERE is basically an old archaic word which means basically before. Okay, so and in another word is there, list. List means again the old poetic word which means listen. So before she left till the dawn, so mother used to allow them to sleep. And the poet also says, I still feel that fond look. She used to look at me, and that look still is there in my memory. And what is the poet doing? He's listening to the refrain. What is refrain? Refrain means repetition. What is repetition? The sound of the rain. That's repeating it again and again, which is played upon the shingles, which is played on the shingles, which means the rain falling on the shingle. Do you remember what is shingle? Shingle is basically the tiles which is on the roof. So when the rain is falling on the tile, the sound is produced. The poet is linked to this sound, and then it's repeating or refraining in the mind again and again. So what is happening? So all these memories comes in about the past, present, future, the way the mother used to look at the child very well, that fond look on the person or the all these memories comes to the poet. So now let's look in the poet device. Only two poet devices over here. Alliteration, again speaking about the darling dreamers. The D sound is repeated. Again, memory of my mother. Ma sound is being repeated. Now let's look into the onomatopoeia. As we already said, you can see the pater sound is being repeated. It's an auditory imagery which we get. Okay. So this is about the third stanza. Now let's look into the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is basically the healing power of rain. As you know, initially the child thought about the mother, and then he was in tears, but later on you could see that the rain was able to heal the sadness, and that bliss was there in the child's memory or the poet's memory. So thus you can say the rain is basically soothing or comforting the poet. Everybody has memories of the poet at the rain. And here you can understand that the poet is so happy with the rain. So, as a summary, you can say that Rain on the Roof is a poem which talks about the poet's varied reactions to the sound of raindrops falling on the roof of his house. He says that the raindrops at night are like tears, and then later on, he can say the poet loves to be in the bed, hearing the sound of the rain and thinking about the memories of the past. And he also says that loving mother's memories also comes into him. So this is basically the summary of the poem Rain on the Roof. I hope you like the video. Please don't forget to share the video and subscribe my channel if you're watching for the first time. Thank you. We'll see you again. Until then, your name is signing off. Bye.